welcome back to the farm. If you're new here, my name is Nina. I'm a homeschooling, homesteading mom of 4, ages 8 down to 3, and I am married to Daniel. And here on my channel, we talk all about homeschooling, homesteading, and homemaking. Today's video is the monthly show and tell collab hosted by Jessica at the Walduck Way and Abby at Rooted and Rest. So this month's theme is nature study. So I am going to take you along and I'm going to show you right now what we use for nature study, and then take you along with one of our lessons per se, and then our outside time. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a few materials that I got for us to help us do nature study. So the first thing that our kids have is this clipboard. Every kid has one of these in their colors. This is my oldest son. I didn't bring all of them downstairs, but this is my oldest son, and they have the inside pocket. So they take this outside whenever we go and do nature study outside, and so it just gives them a firm surface to work on. And then inside the nature clipboards, we have a magnifying glass. I got this off Amazon. I will link all the stuff that I ordered from Amazon down below, and where I get all our resources from. And then they have a pencil pouch. This just came from Walmart. It's just a really cheap one. And then they have color pencils and a pencil down in here so that they can write in their nature journals and for coloring. So this is what lives inside the clipboard, just inside the compartment, the storage compartment. And then I just gotta okay, so that is the clipboard. And then as far as the nature journal goes, I found this. It's from twigandmoth.com. I think I actually found this on Etsy. I think they have an Etsy shop, and then I think you can buy it already printed on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. I just bought the the download from Etsy. I think it was like $5. They had it on, we're running a sale right before school started this year. And so it comes with a couple of different cover options, but this is the one I chose. Here's the back. And then you open it up, and then it's got where you can write your name. And then it has some different supplies to have for it. And then it goes through, like the moon cycles, different animal prints, leaf shapes, or actually those are plants to avoid. And then has like different bug things on there. And so what we do is, this is what an inside spread looks like. So this is like where you can draw a picture and write about your observations. It has the weather where you can write the date, the location, any questions you had, and then you have more room for drawing pictures of what you wanted. I think it comes with like 102 or 104 pages, and then that cover goes on it. I just like I said, I printed it out from the download. I bound it with my ProClicks binder system, and when we do nature study, that is one thing that we have been really bad about doing, but when we do it, this has been really handy to just pop on the clipboard, and then we're ready to go. And it's easy to take with us in a backpack, or just to grab it to go in the car. So that's been really handy. And one of the things that we have been going through for the last year is this Usborne's Little Children's Nature Activity Book. This is for the little kids. There's also one that's for older kids. And it's got stickers. So it just goes through different pages all about like bugs, insects, things to look for, different kinds of animals, plants, weather, all kinds of stuff. It's been really neat. And then it's got a page, it's got stickers here that go with certain pages in the book. So it's been really neat. The kids have really loved this. So when we do nature study, we'll draw in our journals, and then they will do a couple of pages out of this. All 3 kids that do nature study have one of these. So we'll do this, and then they'll write in their nature journals. So some resources that I have on hand in our classroom for when we do nature study and have to do it inside is a bunch of Usborne books. If you do not know, I am an Usborne rep. I don't keep my store open very often, but I'm getting ready to open it back up in the month of March. So I just wanted to show you a couple of these books that we use. Questions and answers about nature. This is a really good book, and if you know anything about Usborne books, you know all about their Lift the Flap books. Our kids love these. So it asks different questions about where, when, how, which, who, why, all those things. And so it asks the question on top of the flap, and then the answers in the back and underneath the flap. And so just lots of information for the kids to discover about nature. So we really enjoyed that book. This one is one of our reference books that we have. This was my first reference book about nature. This goes along kind of with my pre-K and kindergarten kids. Just has simple pictures and simple words on each picture to just talk about different things: plants, animals, pollinators, animal tracks, oceans, and that type stuff. So really good book to have. We love this book for nature study. It is 1,000 Things in Nature. So we'll take this book outside, and the kids will find whether it's pine cones, leaves, insects, shells, that type stuff, and then they'll try to go through this book and just find what it is, and so that they can label it on their drawings. And then they will, even on rainy days when we're doing nature study and it's not really good for us to get outside, we will open this up and they'll draw something from this. So it has lots of different biomes to find all the animals and plants in those parts of the world. So really good reference books to have on hand. And along that same line, but on the ocean front, is 1,000 Things Under the Sea. So another one that is just good for looking through all the different types of fish and sea creatures. Are all in this book that the kids can reference. So I got this one when we were doing the ocean study book, and the kids just love looking through this, and it stays in our classroom all the time. Another book that's really good that we have enjoyed is Above and Below. So this goes through different biomes, and it has like the North Pole, and then it's got a flap here to show you what's under the sea in the North Pole. It talks about some of the animals that live there. And then it has, I think, goes through rainforest. It has the river and the savanna. So another good book to reference when you're studying not just nature in our country, but in other countries throughout the world. So that is just a few of the resources that I have on hand for us to do nature study with. All right, we finally found a sunny day, well, somewhat sunny day. It just got cloudy again, but we come out to the front porch, and so now they're going to do their nature journals. And so with that, what I have them do is just walk around the yard, find something that they want to draw, and then we have a reference book, and they can come back here and see if they can find it in the reference book and then label it. It's just a short activity, and then usually if we go on a nature hike or something like that around the property or to a park or something, we'll take our nature notebooks and do that as well. So that's what we're doing right now. So their nature notebooks, I showed you that earlier. Ew, Noah. I showed you that earlier. Y'all go ahead and open those up and go find something around the yard that you want to draw.
But I don't have...
We'll just go look off the porch.
Amaya, you can share with me. Come on.
So as you can see, we have lots of woods around our house, so they never have any problems finding anything to draw. So I think this is when we went to the botanical gardens. Didn't you do this when we went to the botanical gardens?
See, that's the arch. And
Oh, with the gourds.
Yeah, the gourds. And then here's the flower.
Yep. So I will link to that video. I actually did a video about that. I will link to that video in a card up above and down below so you guys can see our trip to the botanical gardens. So this has like location time. Sometimes we fill that out. Our kids are really young. So as we go on in years and continue to use this, we'll be able to document a little bit more. But I usually just have them draw a picture and color and label where we're at.
Wait, plant blowing up.
What'd you find?
See.
Some leaves, some little ones? Yep. We got the monkey grass. This has the long veins in it like we were talking about today, like the corn stalk has.
Yeah.
So you can flip it over and you can see, the veins going right there up the plant.
Let's draw about them.
Okay, you can draw those.
I'm going to put it right here because when I was at the Botanical garden, I kind of missed that spot. But
Okay, that's fine.
that was cool.
Yep.
I'm going to draw right here.
Okay. And this is called monkey grass.
Monkey.
I'm not sure why it's called monkey grass, but that's what it's called. It's called monkey grass.
Maybe it's the type of grass that the monkeys live in.
Maybe. I don't know. What is that?
I don't know.
That's a piece of Noah's bone. The deer bone that he was eating. That's a piece of the deer bone he was eating. So today in science we learned about the veins of leaves and what they're used for in transporting food and water throughout the leaf. And so that's what she's drawing is what we were talking about a minute ago is the monkey grass veins. Good job. I'm gonna go check and see what your brother's doing. What you doing? What's that?
The leaf. Remember when we talked about these?
Oh, you did a rubbing?
Yeah.
A leaf rubbing? So what is that?
It's the veins in the leaves.
Yeah, it did. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh, you did yeah, it still picked it up. Even though it's brown, you can still see the veins in the leaf. Good job.
Yeah, I didn't do it on this side, I did it on that side.
Good.
And
Do you know what tree this comes from?
Um,
We're actually going to talk about tree ID tomorrow.
That tree.
That tree? But can you tell what it is?
A water oak?
Yes. Your mom and daddy have taught you well. That's a water oak.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why? What makes it look like a water oak?
Because,
Do you remember what that's called? The starts with an L?
the leaf?
Lobe. It's kind of like lobed and rounded.
Yeah.
Is it a red oak or a white oak?
A white oak.
Good. Do you remember why it's a white oak? Or what characteristic about its leaf makes it a white oak?
Because it has,
It's its leaf shape.
it's the leaf shape of it.
And it's rounded, right? Rounded. Yeah.
Rounded.
The ones that are spiky
Yeah.
are red oaks.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Look
What you got?
Danina found.
You got pine needles.
And a pine cone.
And a pine cone?
Yeah.
What are pines? Noah.
Evergreen. He's like
They're evergreens, that's right.
Noah,
Give that back. You took our specimen. Come back.
Noah's munching down on some pine needles.
Come here. Give it back. Oh, goodness. There you go. She found some more. Luckily, Daddy's been cutting down some trees, so she was able to find some more. So the needles. Let's see if we can figure out what these are. All right. It's in bundles. Look. See?
Yeah.
Pine are in bundles. This one's in a bundle of 3. They're about 6 inches long. So this one is a loblolly pine.
A
So, fun fact, part of my ag education college degree curriculum is I had to take dendrology, which is the tree identification. So, and I also competed in dendrology competitions in high school. So that's some of that. It's not useless knowledge, but some of that knowledge that I remember, but then I can't remember what I did last week most of the time. But I can tell you pretty much all the native trees in Georgia, and I used to know their scientific names. I've since forgotten all that, but yeah, just a little fun fact. Let's see, we also talked about aging a tree a little while ago. We talked about being able to count the rings, and our trees here, probably they're so close there in the center, it's hard to tell exactly how old they are. But we did have a forester come out and look at our property last year because we were going to do some forest management with this property. And they said that our pine trees are about 30 years old. And if you look out there, there are some really skinny ones. And that's because whoever owned this before we did not thin the trees like they were supposed to. So instead of them being like the size of this one over there by the wood pile, they're like T90. So I think this is one of the ones that came off of one of the little bitty trees that has been stunted. All right, Miss Prissy, what you doing over there? You drawing? Yeah. What are you drawing?
Moth.
You drawing the moss?
Yeah.
Okay. One of my children sleeping down on the job. What you doing? Noah. Hey, buddy. What's you doing? He's in desperate need of a haircut. I'm in desperate. Bird's nest?
I'm okay.
You alright?
Yeah.
I like to look at our bird's nest that we find around our house because a lot of times in the summer and spring when the birds are making their nest, a lot of times we'll find our pig's hair in bird's nest. I guess when our pigs start shedding, they will the birds will pick it up and they'll weave it in their bird's nest. But then look, this one has it in. No. That's cool. We can go put that, we can probably take that in and put it in the schoolroom.
Look at all this one's made out of pine straw and a little bit of vines.
Vines, and it's got some leaves in it too.
Yeah, and some pine straw. These were cool.
Yep. Nice. You done? Y'all done finding your adventures?
Yeah.
Okay. Your treasures?
And guess what? There's one more thing.
Oh, look, I found a cat in a flower pot.
Look. We got us a cat.
Yeah,
Bye. Bye.
Don't forget to check out the description for the playlist to go along with this collab so that you can see other videos that my other homeschool moms are putting out and how they do nature study in their home. And if you have enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up. And as always, we are so grateful that you are here. If you have not done so already, please subscribe so that we can continue to spend more time together and get to know you down in the comments. And I hope that you have a great day, and we will see you in another video very soon. Bye, guys.